Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Tibane Labs weekly update. It's Saturday, April 25th, 2026. Except for Mark. Mark lives in the future. It's now a few minutes into Sunday for Mark. Very early good morning to you, Mark. How are you today, friend?
Good morning. I'm doing fine, thank you. Uh, Being busy preparing for going to Vegas and doing things. There's a lot of things going on, but
Yeah, that's something we've known about for a little bit, but it's been not public. But now the Bitcoin conference kind of put that announcement out there that you're going to Vegas. So you're flying out tonight.
yes, exactly.
Awesome. We also got George here as usual. Good morning, George. How you doing, friend?
Good morning. How's everyone doing?
Fantastic. Glad to have you here. And today we're joined by Doc, the CTO lead or dev. I'm not sure which exactly. We'll figure that out. Of the Spung Monkeys, which launched their pool on Tibane this past week. Been doing really great and doing a lot of great sharing around the ecosystem about using Tibane. And so far, it's been a positive experience, I think. So we'll talk to them as well. But good morning, Doc. How you doing today?
I'm good, man. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. Glad to have you. So every once in a while, about 50% of the time, I'll write up like a timeline of things to cover, but I didn't do that because we're a day late and I got a birthday party to go to. And, we're all unks here. We're all over the place. So I didn't make a timeline. So we're just going to shoot it free form as much as we can. We definitely want to talk Spung, and you can hang out and talk about everything else we're doing as well. Just it's very informal, very loose. But yeah, I'm going to share some links out and everything. But I guess we can just start with the biggest news. So, Mark, you're going to Vegas. Is that right?
Yeah, that has been a bit of a surprise for me too. But I'm going to Vegas to play Magic the Gathering, which is a very special thing. I mean, I actually wasn't even aware of that a few weeks ago. I was invited and I say yes. So here I am.
Yeah, no, I've been saying on there, I've been memeing a little bit this last night and this morning after it came out. I said, also congratulations. I'm super happy for you. You have to be excited to be going, right? You're looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm very this is my first time in the US actually. So so many things
happening. Oh, really? This is the first time you've come to the US?
Yes.
Oh, you got a lot to hit before you go home, man.
So yeah, first time in the US, directly to Vegas.
Okay, so all right, so you're going straight to the Culture Center then. You're going right to where
he's going to Degen Maxing Center.
Yeah, I mean, what was it yesterday? The president of the greatest country in the world said, "Oh, the whole world's a casino." So, and you're flying directly to the biggest casino on the planet. So there you go. It works out.
Yeah. I could not think of a worse introduction to American culture.
What are you talking about? The Statue of Liberty's there. Don't they got an Eiffel Tower too? Don't they? They got everything there. You can see that.
Oh yeah, I remember hearing about that somewhere.
They got everything there.
This is the last time he will speak to any of us.
Mark's flying directly into the gift shop of America. Incredible. Oh man, that's so funny. Oh man. That's good, man. I'm glad that you're looking forward to it. I'm excited for it. I think it's something that's super unique, and I've been memeing on it a little bit. I said last night, what did I say? I said, can anyone put together a list of all the Solana memes that have their dev playing in the Bitcoin conference tournament? So far, I've got Chief Pussy and Tibane Labs. Who am
And actually, there's anyone can join the Magic the Gathering event. There's a public pool. I think 128 people. So if anyone wants to join, they're welcome to.
Yeah, they can. Yeah. By the way, I don't know if you can. Let's see. Can I screen share? Let's see. How do I do this? Let's see.
By the way, do any of you know a little bit about Magic the Gathering or anything?
You looking for tips?
Not exactly, but one thing that has been announced is there will be a Black Lotus card on the.
Oh wow!
Really?
Oh wow.
I guess you know what Black Lotus is, and it's not any
Yeah,
Black Lotus. It's an alpha Black Lotus that's going to be used for playing.
Is Not So Fast going to be involved? That's kind of like what made him famous back in the day.
You have the names of the people who are playing on the tweet, but that's real names. I don't know if anyone. Not So Fast. Who is that?
He's an ancient like KOL type guy, but I'm gonna find it, man. That's awesome. But yeah, I of course I know Magic the Gathering. I'm grew up with it.
I know of a Black
I'm
Lotus.
sitting
I
here
know
as
it's a
a-
big deal. So
I'm sitting here as a Spunk Monkey from 2004, so you can assume that I know that.
it's a shame Mark can't hit a quiz nose when he's over here. They don't got him no more.
But yeah, and I'm going to be wearing, by the way, the kimono you see on the picture.
I was trying to screen share. Can you bring it up? Because I think that picture farms major aura.
Yeah, let me bring this up. I think I can bring it up quickly as an overlay.
Hang on. Yeah, I'm trying to get some links out too. I'm behind as well. We are live on Pump, on X, on Mark's account, and on YouTube as well. All the links are in there.
Yeah, not so fast as he. I mean, he's been around from Kobe days, but I think he destroyed a Black Lotus on stream, and that's like what made his made him initially famous.
Oh, that's funny.
If you look at his profile, it says Black Lotus Destroyer.
Yeah, I mean, I've read a little bit on. I'm still thinking of what the right strategy is if somehow I end with a Black Lotus in my hand. Okay, yeah, I was able to bring the card.
Oh, so they have that's a good question. So they're going to have prepared decks for you?
It's a cube draft, so there's
okay.
For people who don't know that, it's just there's a set of cards, and we select cards. I guess one after another from the draft.
Yeah, look at that. Look at the aura on that. It's the key for him. Like, just look at it. I mean, just look at it. You know. Oh man.
Yeah. The card actions, by the way, are not really like. That's mostly as the event team that put this together.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, it looks good.
No, it looks good. The kimono. So you may not know, Doc, but the kimono is a bit of Tibane lore. Like that's real. Like, and Mark's gonna bring it with him.
It looks luscious. That's how I would describe it.
It's actually Mark tells the lore the best. It's made by a famous manga creator, but he won't name names. Is that right, Mark?
Which one? Sorry.
Your kimono, the person that did the
the kimono. It's not a manga creator. It's someone who is really like in kimono making and doing a lot of things. They do paintings on.
Oh, right. I think you said like traditional wall art, basically. That's what you said, right?
Yeah, they do that for different things, but it's the only ever time that this person painted on a kimono. So
it's a legendary artifact.
That is incredible.
Yeah. It's got the orange Tibane ticker on the item name. It's a legendary artifact.
Just to give more details on the Magic the Gathering event itself.
Yeah, so if you're going to be in Vegas, you want to play cards against Mark, go sign up. You know, I think that's awesome, bro. We knew about this about a week ago. It kind of came out of nowhere, and I think it's super exciting. It's great exposure for you. I'm glad they invited you. You deserve to be invited. I mean, you're an intrinsic early part of Bitcoin lore and crypto lore. You know, you should be there. So it's cool of them to invite you and let you play.
Yeah, and you can see the Alpha Black Lotus reference here.
Wow. Okay. So all right. So you randomly put in a card from your deck, I guess.
I mean, it says on the deck, so I guess it's not going to be used for playing, but it will be one of the prize, I guess, from the way it's written.
I see. So basically, when you enter the tournament, you have to put a card in as your entry fee, more or less.
Yeah, that's an old way of playing, but
I've played Magic a few times. I had a friend of mine that was very into it, and like I was never good at it. But I just kept getting beaten all the time. I was never good at it, so I know of it and I understand the general structure, you know. But that's cool. It's a very old school tournament for. I guess that makes sense for the Bitcoin conference, right?
yeah, I mean, it makes sense also for Mongox, which used to be at some point a Magic exchange.
Right. I mean, that's why it's why you had to be invited, right? They had to have you there.
Yeah,
You know?
I think the main connection between Bitcoin and Magic the Gathering is Mongox, and as you can see, 4%, 4 players. I brought up all the cards.
This is sponsored by Kraken, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And
I've been seeing some things in the background about Kraken. They're making moves around this ecosystem, man.
Yeah, I mean, Kraken is probably one of the oldest exchanges out there. I think still around.
I believe so. Yeah, I think so. But I've been hearing some things. I'm not going to say anything about it right now. But I know some people that are working on some stuff. They seem pretty goated, and they're sponsoring this tournament, so that's cool.
Yeah. So, in short, I will be in Vegas. I will be playing this. I probably so going. I think we might be a good idea to do another stream while I'm over there.
Yeah. We can try to do that. When you let me know when you're live, we'll try to make it happen. Like when you have time or whatever.
Yeah, I'm still waiting to get the full schedule, but there's quite a few things happening, and I will be also meeting some other people. I think. I do think they say they would be coming to Vegas, but yeah, there will be some interesting things happening when I'm over there.
Are you speaking at the Bitcoin conference at all? Are you doing, anything else besides the Magic the Gathering? Are you like going to the event?
I don't have any schedule for speaking right now. When I was invited, the schedule was already quite full. But apart from that, I mean, I will probably listen to some of the things, but I will probably stay. I mean, I will walk around, see what's happening over there, and so on. No plan for speaking at this point.
I mean, somebody's gonna want to do a video or an interview with you. There's no doubt about it. People are gonna try to grab you and have you come and say hello. I have no doubt.
Yeah, and I had some invitations too. I won't say any names yet because I don't think anything has been announced yet.
Yeah, like I think play it cool, keep it low key, and then by this time next year, we'll all go there kitted out in Tibane merch. This is a really great intro, but I'm happy and excited for you, man. I'm glad you're going to this thing. I think I can't imagine they can have a Magic the Gathering tournament without having you there. Like you said, that the link is quite literally from the earliest Bitcoin exchange, Mt. Gox, and the lore just keeps luring, man. The lore is ancient, and it's still around.
Yeah, and it's fun you say that with Ancient Lore brought up by Kraken, which itself is based on. I mean, this is one of the ancient ones. So
yeah, I'm still learning. There's so much lore to go through, and I call myself an on-chain archivist. That's the little title I gave myself. But there's so much lore to read through. Like I'm still learning stuff about it. I mean,
I had to go into some of the lore of the time when Mongox was hacked in June of 2011. Some people came to Japan to help dealing with everything that happened, and some people that included Roger Ver, but also Jesse Powell was founder of Kraken.
Oh wow! So you have good feels towards them, is what you're saying?
Yes. I mean, they've been there from the beginning, so that's really like the closest you can get to the beginnings of Bitcoin.
No, but people that are there when things are tough are like invaluable, you know? So that's cool.
Okay, I think we talked about enough about this.
Yeah, big ups to Kraken. However you know, is it Kraken or Kraken? What's the official pronunciation?
Don't ask me because I'm French.
So
C'est
go
Kraken.
ahead. Yeah, Kraken. Yeah, I'll go Kraken.
Je vais dire Kraken.
I like Kraken. I like the you know, what's his name? The actor from the movie. Oh, I can't. I'm spacing it. Come on, help me out, Doc. Qui-Gon actor. Oh man, I must look it up. Hang on.
The actor for Qui-Gon?
Yeah, Liam Neeson.
Liam Neeson, right?
Release the Kraken.
Really, the Kraken.
Okay.
Clash of the Titans.
Clash of the Titans. Yeah, that was it. That's an Unk reference. We like those here. That's an Unk reference. That's an old meme. But yeah, thanks. Shout out to the boys at Kraken for inviting Mark and put on this tournament, Bitcoin conference. Hope you have a great time. Yeah. Do you want to talk about the quantum stuff? I guess something was George posted a thing in our chat about
progressing. As usual, you've got people who are trying to say no, it's nothing. You have people who are saying everything is going to get burning tomorrow. We're still some time from quantum being an actual threat. It will be at least 5 years, I think. But the thing is, we need more than 5 years to get ready. So both sides are actually right.
Well, and like we talked, you were one of the first people to highlight this as a real thing. Like I said, you're Mark, you're a habitual first early mover. I think that's just that's like everyone's got like an innate stat. That's one of your innate stats. You're always early on stuff. I think you're early on Solana right now too, as well, believe it or not. And you were talking about this a while ago, before almost anybody. Well, everyone's saying, "Oh, it's not a big deal. Don't do that. Don't worry about that. I need to worry about that." And now there's actually, you know, their 15-bit encryption got hacked, I think, and you know, I think it needs 256 for all these wallets. But like we talked about, they're running actively, and all they got to do is get lucky. They get lucky. So like the clock's running right now, you know.
Yeah. To be clear, going from 15 to 256, each time you up one, you actually multiply by 2 the difficulty. So it's a very high bar.
Right, because it's like every digit times the other digit multiplied exponentially, basically, right?
But the thing is, one thing that's very common with IT progress is it tends to come in faster than people expect.
I think it does. I think I honestly, just even a year ago, I was like, oh, this is just the new FUD. This is no big deal. But like people are starting to hit. Like they're actually starting to hit things. It's here, like you said, 5 years. And like I said, if that's 5 years, then you have, and if that's for a full encryption crack, does that mean they're going to be like someone's going to get lucky in 3.5 or 4 years? Because they're going to be trying the entire time, you know?
Yeah, and people might manage to get something, but the thing is, what's very important with, by the way, the 15-bit hack is it was not done with the kind of hardware Google has, or a university, very huge quantum computer, or what even maybe some 3-letter entities might have, because they are definitely doing some research on that too. This was done by someone on regular off-the-shelf quantum hardware.
So stuff that's available to the average person.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy. Like now, then you extrapolate out to these major entities like, you know, alphabet agencies, you know, Google and stuff like that, and then you go echelon higher into like intelligence agencies, which obviously have tech even further beyond that. Like, is it really 5 years, or is it, you know, is it less than that? Yeah, hard to say.
hard to say. And some of those related agencies might be nice in a way that they are not going to use that except for government business.
Right.
But still, it's it means that there's a need to do something about it.
Yeah, I give you credit for being one of the first people talking about it too, very seriously. Because even now, when you look at the comments on X and things like that, they're like, "Oh, it's not a big deal. It's not here yet. This is just FUD." But I think on this time around, it's more than just FUD now.
Yeah. Speaking of government business, by the way, I have another news I'd like to bring up. Something happening in France
Sure.
with tax person being arrested for selling information on crypto holders.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't hear about this. Can you bring up an article or something so we can look at it with you?
Yeah, I saw that. Wasn't it people getting kidnapped directly because of the information they're receiving from the government?
Yes. Let me find a news
wow.
on this.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking crazy.
And Doc, after we cover this, I think we'll go around to general, Tibane Labs and Real Screener ecosystem, and we'll talk Spawn One Piece a little bit.
Of course, I'm interested to hear about this because this sounds scary as hell.
Yeah, I just don't want you to think we forgot about you. We know you're here. We're glad you're here, brother.
I couldn't find a good article in a way that this is a screenshot. I mean, this is a page I don't usually read, but this is a result I got from Google. French tax officials sold cryptocurrency investor data to criminal networks.
Oh, wow.
So basically, if you had a lot of Bitcoins and you were doing your tax all the right way, some guy was selling information, and this led directly to the wave of attacks on crypto holders.
Wow. So this really
was actual crime.
Go ahead, Doc.
I was just saying there was actual crime related to this.
Yes, a lot of people were actually kidnapped, and that would be crypto holders or their families, and then they would have to pay crypto to get people back.
Wow.
Some people had a finger cut and stuff like that. It's actually crazy the number of crime happening in France because of that. And I think everyone assumed that when Ledger was hacked and information about people buying Ledger wallets was also leaked, so everyone assumed this was what was used for for targeting people. And now you have this news, which is basically saying that that came actually from the tax office. Someone inside
the tax data.
And that happened in France, that can happen in any country. So on one side, I tend to think that it's good to respect the rules, pay your taxes and stuff like that. But at the same time, privacy can be a question of life or death.
Well, that's funny because I was just talking to someone who was they were trying to say, oh, you need to dox yourself. Otherwise, you're not a real entity in crypto. And I explained to him that the reason that I don't dox or I haven't doxed is I have small children. And I said, $5 wrench attacks are very real. I think my kids have a right to privacy. I don't want them to have to be exposed to some of these crazy people that are running around out here because I try to engage in digital finance. So that's my reason that I don't dox. And they're like, oh, well, they're like tough guys, that don't worry about it. And it's like, I'm sure there were plenty of tough guys here that just paid their taxes. And then a bunch of armed men came into their house in the middle of the night, That's very scary that even if you do perfect security, then the government agency that you have to pay your taxes to is a security leak and a vector for a $5 wrench attack.
Yeah, I brought up, by the way, the $5 wrench on screen.
I knew you would know that reference. The guy I was talking to, he was a broccoli-headed trench zoomie. He didn't get it, but I knew Mark would get it.
My mind immediately went to this.
This is an unk space. I knew that we would get it. Yeah.
Yeah, I was an XKCD reader from even before I came to Japan.
Yeah, it says Crypto nerd's imagination. His laptop's encrypted. Let's build $1 million cluster to crack it. No good. It's 4096-bit RSA. Blast, our evil plan is foiled. What actually happens? His laptop's encrypted. Drug him and hit him with this $5 wrench until he tells us the password. That's a $5 rent, and this is actually prescient because I just had a discussion about this on the timeline, and so now you're paying your taxes are a security vector for a $5 wrench attack. Thanks for keeping me up at night, Mark.
But yeah, in France, it's been very real. You've got videos of people that got kidnapped. You've got news, and nobody knew how people were targeted. I guess now we know.
Yeah, of course I remember the Ledger hack, and they blamed that for a lot of things. But I guess, I guess having the tax data, because if you know someone bought a Ledger, most people buy a Ledger, they probably don't have that much on it. Yeah, lots of people have Ledgers. But if you got the tax data and you know exactly how much they traded, hey, that's a lot easier to pick out.
It makes targeting easier, and to be quite honest, targeting people without knowing how much they have can be very bad in terms of cost performance.
Right. Yeah. I got a Ledger, but it wouldn't be worth coming to my house. I've been in the Solana trenches for 2 years. It ain't worth coming over here, man.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about it. I mean, a few months ago, I think the police had been saying to people in crypto, yeah, you're getting kidnapped because you post stuff on social networks and stuff like that. I mean, basically, the government has been blaming people when actually it was the government at fault for this.
Yeah. It's actually, and all the government's trying very hard for compliance and everything, and then you've got this. So I mean, that doesn't help their narrative. They're gonna have to build a encrypted DLT for filing your crypto taxes for people to feel safe.
I'm guessing in some countries,
France, where the guy that did Tornado Cash was arrested as well. Am I remembering that incorrectly?
The guy who did Telegram was arrested there. For Tornado Cash, I'm not sure.
Yeah, Telegram. Yeah. Which is ironic that they did what they did Tornado Cash now, because essentially the SEC said that all that's fine and it's a matter of personal financial security to do those things. So like mixers are fine now theoretically, unless I'm misremembering the news wrong. Don't quote me on that, but that's what I heard most recently. But now that's big news. Everybody. I guess on top of all the other security layers, make sure you do what you can to watch out for wrenches, because your government might leak your info.
Yeah, I'm guessing some countries will make buying wrenches illegal.
That's the solution, right? Yeah. Don't worry. Listen, nobody can wrench attack you. Wrenches are now illegal. Oh, okay, cool. We got some comments down here in the box this morning. Veronica said, "Mom, my show's on." Thank you, Veronica. We appreciate our views. Tino reposted the space. Tino, thank you very much. As he says, "Can Mark live stream the event and games? That would be amazing." Yeah, I mean that's up to Mark. I'm sure there's going to be Mark content from the conference. I'm sure.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what they've been in terms of plans, because I'm not on the side of running things. I cannot decide to just stream stuff, but I will ask.
Yeah, like I said, I know people are going to want to see you there. I know people are going to want to talk to you. I fully expect to see. I expect to see Mark content on the timeline, and I expect people to like help you out and make it do it while you're there. So really, I would just say enjoy yourself and have fun, and then whatever content you can make, cool.
Yeah, I just don't know how the venue plans this. But I will be sharing updates from there anyway.
Sounds great, man. How long are you staying there for?
Just 3 days.
Okay. So that's a quick turnaround. And it's a long flight, too. You're going to be in the air almost as long as you're there.
Yeah, that's... Actually, I might be in there more than I was there.
That's crazy, bro. It's like an 18-hour flight times 2. That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm not going to give too much detail on the way I fly there.
Right? Yeah. No, of course not. Sure, but like it's crazy. The even crazy part is you're going to go back in time on the way there, and then you're going to go into the future on the way back.
Yeah, I take off at time and I arrive a few hours earlier.
Yeah, you're like you're like uh, you're like John Connor going back in time.
What a great reference.
You like that, Doc?
That was
After we really take off on Tibane, I'm gonna make it a mandatory. I'm gonna give a 2-hour thesis on RoboCop, and I'm gonna make it a mandatory pre-pool launch that you have to sit through my dissection of the impact of RoboCop on modern society before you can launch your pool. What do you think about that?
I made my content guy Jimmy, who's amazing. I refused to pay him until he watched Monty Python.
I love the Unk energy. I did that when I was working for a job, and I was like, they made me a trainer for whatever because, like, I don't know, they're like crazy. But I'm like, I'm not going to pass you till you go home and watch RoboCop, the old one, the real one.
I like it.
I guess you included all of Flying Circus too.
You gotta watch Monty Python, brother.
Yeah,
that's hilarious. So Mark, enjoy your trip. Everybody, watch out for if you're paying pay your taxes. I always pay my taxes. I, for one, welcome our overlords at the IRS. I always pay my taxes. But watch out for wrenches. Watch out for flying wrenches if you do.
I wonder if we could create a protocol that will allow people to pay their taxes and prove they paid it without actually revealing their name. That could be something.
They're gonna have to build something like that, like a blind signer for your taxes.
Yeah, something basically you can generate a proof your taxes are paid without connecting your assets to your identity.
Right, like the AI reviews what you've entered and then gives you a check mark and puts that in the confirmation into the system, and that's it.
Yeah, and by the way, I saw we've got a comment from AZX.
Yeah, I've never even to see a man's outfit more than Mark's kimono. Yeah, it's extreme aura farm. Yeah, it's extreme. it's massive. Like bro's like Piccolo out there on the mountain. He's just with the wind. This is aura farming. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, this kimono, I think we'll talk a little bit more about later.
Okay, awesome. Unless you've got somewhere else to go, let's swing over to Tibane Eco. We can look at the staking page. By the way, can you show the background? By the way, there's masterful art in the background. Are you able to show that?
Let me see if I can just bring the background. Yeah, I don't really have an option to show the background.
There we go.
Like that.
There you go. Excellent. As you can see,
Beautiful.
our guest our guest is Doc from the Spung ticker, Spung Monkey Moon on X, and one of their community members made this magnificent art piece, which is live on meme.tibane.net, and it's truly magnificent. You've got Tibane there, telling you not to be pussy line. I found it very funny that the UI there on the computer, this was before we announced Real Screener, looks suspiciously like Real Screener. It looks very close to the UI. I enjoyed that a lot. I said that to Doc. I'm like, it's crazy that it looks so much like Real Screener. But yeah, you have the Spung monkeys running around, which is the viral Quiznos sub meme from way back in the day, 2004, I think. So glad to have you here with us, Doc. What do you like the background for this week?
Dude, this picture makes me so happy. Like literally, just see. I have been adding these to every picture. Like I've been posting them to like the NASA pictures, and had one would go viral. Like it makes me happy.
Oh man. Yeah, I saw that. That was good stuff, bro. So we're glad to have you here. Like I'm actually very thankful for all the devs and CTO leads that are coming in to the ecosystem. It's just been real quality people, and we appreciate you being here. And we love all these memes. And the Spung is just like a peak memes meme. Like it just is the meme. It's a great community of people that think it's funny and they make content for it. And Do you want to talk about that a little bit, and then we'll go around the general ecosystem after that?
Yeah, if that's cool with you guys. Yeah, man, Spong is like, I was trying to describe it to like the guys, a little bit. Spong is kind of like OG brain rot. Like they were making Spong is actually a verb that British people in beta forums used to use to like apply googly eyes to PDFs that people were posting, and so you made like Spongified things, and so
it's a proto meme, is what you're saying. It's like
yeah, exactly. So Joel, who's I've actually met, like I've spoken to him a few times. I've doxed myself to him. Made these Spong monkeys because he literally got drunk with his brother in a pub one night, and he's a musician and started singing about how much he loved the moon, and then went home and passed out, and then listened to his recording and was like, this is actually a decent song. And so he made Spong monkeys from like, they're like a conglomerate of like 7 different animals, and then posted a video on beta, and it was like one of the first viral videos on beta back in the day.
Can you send me a video link on X, and I'll give it to Mark, and then we can play it?
Yeah. It is that he did that in like 2002, and then some insane Quiznos guy, marketing guy, was like, this would be a great idea.
Some Quiznos marketing guy in the early 2000s, a big fan of like Adult Swim late night,
Right. I'm picturing like the Mad Men meme where they're like they post it up, and it was like Spong monkeys. So he posted, they apparently like reached out to him and then got these guys in like a Super Bowl commercial, and it's like the most cursed series of commercials like ever. I
found a link. I'm gonna feed it to Mark while you keep going. I
was about to say, did you find a link? Because I'm trying to find it. Thank you. The original Rather Good stuff is where it's at, but they got like 30,000 complaints like the first like several days after after the commercials came out, and it was just like, I actually remember it because I was like a sophomore in high school back then. That's how old I am. But like, it was the first time where weird internet shit made it to major commercials, and people like absolutely hated it or loved it, but remembered it. And it kind of has stuck in everyone's minds since then. They've gone viral a couple times. Quiznos even brought them back like in 2023 when Quiznos got taken over by Jared from Subway, and then had like a resurgence, and they brought the Spong monkeys back for that back in like 2023. And he still is like making random videos and performing We Like the Moon at live concerts in England for like his fans.
Yeah, I saw he's still doing very infrequent shows. I saw you doing recently when I was looking on there. I found your link from X. I sent that to Mark. It conveys the message, I believe.
Yeah.
The spirit of the meme.
He is like, that is like the quintessential, like, all of us have been here a long time, probably too long to still be sitting here talking. But it's kind of what got me into this weird kind of space and culture to begin with, like just this absurdity. And so I have always wanted to do a token related to Spong monkeys, and now I'm doing it. So that's kind of the lore of the background of it. Actually, I spoke with him like a year ago because I was going to try to do it when Bonk initially launched their their platform because I actually knew like, Pump Fun is what it is, and they're very good at what they do, but I was enthusiastic about somebody new coming in, and
Yeah.
so I was going to make it on Bonk. And so I actually talked with Joel about it then, and he still produces, like he had like a Netflix series like a year or two ago, so he will never be able or to engage or like endorse it, but like absolutely loved the idea that there were dudes still making Spawn Monkey content.
I wouldn't say never, but I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, he like back when we first did it like a year ago, he like reposted some things and then called me and he was like, dude, people are calling me from like years ago, like, why are you engaging with these crypto scammers and shit?
Yep.
And so it's such a horrible onboarding thing.
I would say right now, if the current attitude continues, you can probably use that never word, but I don't think it's gonna become more normalized. Like one of the things I think Pump did that is smart is creator tokens. I think that is a real thing. I think it's become much more normal for everybody to have a token, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So,
and so I like have put aside, a percentage of Spong, and when I am distributing fees on Tibane, which is awesome, I'm gonna like save a portion back just in the event that Joel decides that he wants to have fun with it, because
that's smart. I think that's smart.
Yeah, you IP matters. So
yeah, and I think you guys have a major catalyst if he comes on and decides to say, "Hey, I like this a lot," just publicly,
Yeah,
makes sense. But even if not, I think it's a great meme. It's iconic. You guys are. First and foremost, we appreciate you coming on Tibane. You're one of the earliest tokens. You guys have been doing great. Been doing a lot of word of mouth for us, which again we talked about how that's quite literally invaluable. So we appreciate that so much, and glad you guys are enjoying the tech. That's what it's there for, and we're just grateful to have good communities on board early, and it's just going to help us grow out. So man, it's great to have you on. Mark, what do you think about the Spung Monkeys?
What do I think? In a word,
oh, that's perfect.
A special price, $2.99. Our favorite topping now costs less than slice of toasty tasty ever. Big joy is in our hearts.
Rejoice! Quiznos' most popular sub, the mesquite chicken with bacon, is now only $2.99.
See Quiznos subs.
Quiznos.
Somebody get Quiznos on the phone ASAP. We need to get paid for that.
like that.
Oh. Excellently played, sir. Well done, Mark.
Well done. Thank you for entertaining this craziness, man.
Oh man, that's what memes are, bro. Like I've talked about this a lot. Like everyone keeps calling when's alt season coming, and I've explained to them, in my personal opinion, alt season was just the proto meme season. That's my theory. Like all these alts that came out, like there's my favorite example is Omise Go, when he came out with the skateboard and he had the Apple sticker on it, and everybody lost their it's got OMG's going on the iPhone. Okay, like they were just that same energy is just meme energy. Does that make sense? Like
yeah,
to me,
that's what meme. That's the product market fit for meme coins is exactly that. It's tokenizing and capturing that energy.
Yeah, absolutely. And I feel like the early alt season, there was Bitcoin, and Bitcoin was starting to run. It had all this, this like it had solidified itself as sort of the granddaddy of crypto. It's like it was the store of value, all this other stuff. So everybody else then wanted to like make these next, the next big move, all this other thing. And then you have all these meme alts that don't really do a whole lot, right? But they're a different color logo. They got this. They're a fast, cheap layer for international payments. They all say the same thing, but they've got their own little special spin or logo. They got their own little hype. To me, that was proto meme season. That was meme season, 0.5, and then proper meme season started with like things like Doge and Shib and all this other stuff, and then transferred into Solana for the next cycle of the meme season. So that's why me personally, I'm very big on memes having staying power long term, because that energy is not going to go away, and memes are a perfect like vessel for that energy when it cycles through, if that makes sense.
No, man, that is my entire thesis. When you're in this space long enough, you end up holding Bitcoin and memes.
That's ding ding ding.
Because everything is a meme. So you just embrace that part of it. And ironically, that's like the actual value that one of the product market fits for crypto. So.
Yep. Since we have an actual OG cypherpunk that did commits for Bitcoin, Mark, what do you think about memes? Do you think they're here to stay?
Yeah, I mean, as long as there are people need entertainment, memes are entertainment. That comes together.
Yeah, I agree. I think people grab onto things that are simple. They want to belong to communities. They want to be part of things. They want to wear things quite literally on their sleeve and in their heart at the same time. They want to be, like I said, I've talked about this at length before. That's why you have people that go dress up like Starfleet officers or Klingons or stormtroopers. Like this is their identity, and I think meme coins at a very core level tap into that. I think the spiral on hold times on Solana has been actual counterintuitive to that. But I think there's a big movement on Solana right now with real communities like Spung and all these other great communities that we've talked to, and we see in the trenches and interacting with them. Everyone on Tibane, for example, and everyone that's onboarding Tibane, and just in general outside of that, there's a new community of hold mindset, community focused builders, and I think that's very bullish, and I think that's going to attract people into Solana in a very real way, and I look forward to it. I'm bullish on it. I know everyone says bears go until October, and that may be the case, but that's why I'm long-term bullish on memes in the way that I'm not, say, on NFTs, if that makes sense. I think NFTs are too restrictive of a vessel. Like, you only got 10,000 pictures in an NFT collection or whatever, whereas memes, you can have 100,000 holders or 1 million holders, or everyone can get involved at any stage and become part of it and become excited. So I think it's a quite bullish thing, and I love pure memes. I would say Spung qualifies as a pure meme. Would you say that, Doc?
Look at it. Yeah, I mean, like, to me, like I've been doing this way too long, and like I in the past have been part of meme tokens and things that tried to make it more than just the meme and things like that. But like, at the end of the day, that is truly what it is, and that's what actually provides the value. And I agree with the NFT thing. Like, being able to like spongify everything and make your own art and things like that is kind of what made, like, that's what sponging was back in the day. Yep. And that's what people are starting to do. Like, our website is way too like it's way too good for what we actually are, but the generator on there is super good, and you can like spongify image or like add in.
I saw that you sprongified Mark in the kimono. I saw that.
I did during this. That was
I got
yeah, I'm waiting, and not so fast even got back to me, but like, just having fun like that is something that this space has missed for a long time.
I agree. And let's bring George in there, because George knows a thing or three about memes. I think you hit spot on there, Doc, about being a pure meme, and that's why it also makes you so bullish on what we're building at Tibane. Let the memes be the memes, and let utility and ecosystem tools like Tibane that I consider what Mark has built and what we're building here at Tibane as sort of a support role for memes. Most memes are not creators, are not devs, and all this other stuff like that. Mark is a dev. He's quite an adept dev, as you can tell. And every team's got to have a support, right? You can't, you got your frontliners or whatever, but you got to have somebody that's like helping out and supporting. And I think what Tibane has built here is, cheap, tip optional, or just outright free tools for the trenches and average builders to come supplement their communities with that. And so George, what do you think about pure memes like Spung? You're a pure meme enthusiast, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a bit of both sides, and to kind of touch on what you were saying before, I mean, just what 2 weeks ago we had Printer release a whole launch pad based off of a DApp that Mark already created on Solana. So it's like, if you don't understand what's going on here, I mean, I think they drove in, it was like 4.5 or 5 mil in volume like the first couple of days. So like that alone shows you that there's interest in this sort of protocol of staking memes. I just kind of wanted to piggyback off of what you were saying, because like a whole launch pad launched off the pure basis of the thesis that we're trying to prove with Tibane Labs. You know what I mean? So I kind of
you're spot on. And not only that, they injected a lot of money to launch what they did. It's funded by Bybit, I believe, as a centralized exchange. Like I said, I don't consider them necessarily a threat to what we're building. They have their own in-house tickers. They service only their in-house tickers. Their staking is not really. It's a similar thesis idea, but it's not exactly one-to-one comparable to what we have. And also, Tibane services every ticker on Solana, including OG tickers. And to be honest with you, not to give anybody any ideas, but most people when they launch, they're not circling back to service those legacy communities. And a very core focus of who we want to onboard right now at Tibane is specifically legacy communities. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with that. So I'm just happy to have you guys on board here and believing in the same thing that we do. So it's good to see even a regular meme, like, because I love just regular, for lack of a better word, retarded memes. You know what I mean? Like, I love that shit. Like, I fucking, you know what I mean? Like, I trade retarded memes all the time. I love it. Fucking, there's no better place to build a meme though than Tibane Labs. And as you said, Printer's only staking their tokens. So if you have a meme, even if it's a retarded meme, hit us up. We can definitely walk you through the staking process and help your holders. People that are trying to build with you, you might as well reward them. So this is definitely the way to go.
Well, that's the thing. And the creator fees are only maybe 12 to 16 months old. It's a new meta. The idea, like it shifted the landscape. It's natural. The crypto space is 12 to 15 years old. 12-ish years old, give or take, 14, and the creator fees and added a new layer to it. Like memes didn't get any kind of revenue from existing, and that's essentially what they did. So like having to figure out what to do with that created a whole new ball of worms. And to be honest, most people abused it. I mean, as when anything new comes out, people abuse it. That's how it works. And creator fees kind of became a dirty word. And then people try to do those things to put the genie back in the bottle, but there's no reason for that. And I think Printer, wish them success or whatever, all the best to them. I think that they are a proof of that we're on the right track with the thesis that this genie is out of the bottle. The creator fees are out. Now, what do we do with them? And a very constructive thing you can do with them is just help your holders stay holding, right? I think a big thing that's been lost in this over the last 24 months on Solana is holders have been an afterthought. We're talking about traders, we're talking about volume, we're talking about KOLs getting percentage and all this other stuff, but no one's ever saying the holders making money are an afterthought, and most times, based on 99 times out of most tickers, holders are the ones that they get caught holding the bag and they're not making anything. So it seems very natural to take the fees, creator fees, which are essentially extra money. They're not a thing from like Radium pools, etc. And you direct that to your holders. It just seems to make logical sense to me.
Holders are the one creating the value, and they're also the best place to bring more people.
Exactly. That's a great way to say it. Holders are the ones that are making your ticker and your token and your community successful. They're the ones bringing in, they're the ones doing all the legwork. They're bag working. Everyone's talking about bag work. Your holders are the ones bag working. So it only seems natural if you have this extra form of revenue that's coming in that didn't exist even 18 months ago, that your holders should get a part of that. And I think that's part of the core thesis with Real Screener. Go ahead, George.
It's not even that it didn't exist. It's just they're giving a portion of the LP fees to the dev now. So it's not like
correct.
So it's not like they're making it up out of thin air. They're just taking less money from the LP fees.
They're cleaving a part of their fees that they were already taking, which when you think about it, when you think about LP and you think about Radium and everything, and how much just cleaving a portion from like Pump Swap is able to make this huge meta shifting dramatic thing happen.
And coming from a trader's standpoint too, to kind of circle back to the staking portion of this, market makers on Printer are now sending coins into the 5 million because of decentralized supply control.
Yep.
If a market maker wants to pick up a meme, like what better meme to pick up than one where whatever 30-40% of the meme is staked and those holders are locked in for whatever 14-15 days, so like, all right, this portion of the supply isn't going anywhere. You know what I mean? So as like a trader too, like I've said this like before on the timeline, like once like someone's smart that market makes memes all the time, once they see what's going on here and they realize like, oh, wow, well, this portion of the meme is already pretty much locked for X amount of days. Like, you know what I mean? A market maker can pick up the meme in no time and actually run it.
Yep, LP guys, they'll feel more confident knowing that the margins are not going to move up or down too wildly.
Yeah, so it's just like I at some point I think people will catch on. I know we're new to the staking and everything, but now Printer is kind of, putting it on the map pretty much. And
it's providing a big proof to the thesis that we've already proved. Yeah. We have significant onboards and even in quite large onboards we're talking to right now as well. But I think it proves the thesis. I don't think that they're a harm to us in any way.
No. If anything, it's just good competition because they're only doing their platform while we offer to any, token.
And also their staking has a 6-month cliff and it ends, whereas Tibane staking is perpetual.
Yeah. And also if you're someone that's creating a pool, you can create your own parameters. You can do no staking, like no amount of lockup, no amount of cooldown. You can do 10 days and 10 days. You can do whatever sort of parameters you want that you think fits your protocol best. So
yeah, you could do a 1-year lock if you want to. Everything is completely customizable to what your community wants, and you can set it up however you wish. It's completely customizable on multiple levels that there's no other comparable offering to that, and it's for legacy tokens
anywhere else like this. It's just
that's right.
It's a no-brainer for me.
Yeah, I agree with you, and like I said, I'm very excited for it. I think we're doing great, and glad to have you here today, Doc. And we're really, really grateful and fortunate to have Spung on platform, and we're glad to have you here, brother.
Dude, I have been wanting I meant to go back and find tweet. I have been ranting. Like, one thing I do is every Sunday I usually crash out a little bit on the timeline.
Same. I crash every now and then.
And I have been ranting about LP redistribution of creator fees for forever. Like Meteora tried to do it with this like M3 ME kind of thing that they did. But again, every time they're doing this, they're siphoning it off into, it has to be tokens from their ecosystem.
Yep.
And it makes it like you have to buy into this Ponzi in order to have this benefit. So like when I saw what you guys were doing, I was like, oh yeah, this is, I wanted this for years. So it made sense, man.
Me too, man. And that's the thing. I feel so fortunate the way things are going that I was able to cross paths with Mark. And and Mark's ethos, like it's me and George begged Mark to like charge for stuff. And I got to give Mark credit on his vision. He's like, no, let's make it free. Let's put it out for the trenches, and let's get everybody on the platform. And then I came to understand the vision on that, and it makes sense. We both advocated for like a cheap fee or whatever like that. But I give Mark credit, and I think the biggest reason we've been able to have such success in onboarding is that it is free. At the core level, there's going to be other things added on after we leave beta that are premium features, but at a core level, staking pools will always be permissionless and free. And I think that is really intrinsic and extremely unique to Solana.
That is huge, man. That's like that's the OG ethos.
Yep, that's a cypherpunk ethos for sure.
Blockchain makes it very easy to build things, and when it's built, it's operating on the blockchain, which means that each person that needs to interact, like for example, when you make a staking pool, you actually pay a very small fee, but that's all the cost there is to run the thing. So there's no reason to take fees on top of that, I believe.
I agree with you, but it's such an alternate ethos to what has always. Solana has so much attention and volume and all these things, but like I said, it became extremely easy for anyone to launch a token on Solana. But like Doc is saying, people were, and I saw this, and that's part of the reason we were talking earlier about what we should do, is it was very easy for anyone to make a token. It was very hard for anyone to do anything with that token. Would you agree with that, Doc?
Yeah. It was, you kind of, basically put yourself into this box of whatever ecosystem you were launching on.
Right.
And then you're just, your bag is with their bags, which I have hated. Like the only other token I actually launched myself, I made I used Metaplex and Rust and coded it back, a couple years ago. And it was beautiful because I could just put it directly on Radium. Which you can still do actually, and probably you could use Tibane to get direct fees from.
Yeah, you could. As long as you're receiving fees. And we're actually working on something that we've been talking about in the back channels after, because Mark's got the wallets, he's going to Vegas. We're adding the socials to both Tibane and Real Screener, that stuff. But there's something else we're working on after that's like maybe LP focused a little bit. So but we're not going to talk too much about that. But there might be ways even for these other tokens that are on Radium ultimately to do something,
Yeah, I mean, just getting those fees into the hands of holders it seems like that is what crypto should be about, but I don't know.
It's spot on, and that's why I like the idea. Tibane was launched initially. The staking protocol was launched as part of the Pump Hack, Build in Public Hackathon, but Mark quickly expanded it so any token on Solana could use it. And right now we directly support Pump, we directly support Jupiter. But if anyone has a token out there, like if you're the dev of that token, you should be able to launch permissionlessly, regardless of what platform you've been on. And then as far as CTOs and these other platforms, whether it's Bonk or whatever, we can figure it out. And we specifically want what you're describing, where everyone's siloed into, and excuse my language, we only promote our stuff. I'm not even going to say what I usually say, but we only promote our stuff. We specifically want to get around that and have an ecosystem at Tibane that is expansive across all of Solana. We don't care where you launched your ticker. If you have a real community, we want you to come in and use the support tools that we built to reward your holders and supplement your token in your community. And we don't care where you launched. So, and I don't think, not only, and again, I want us to have a ground underneath us that we're ahead of the curve. I think that's another layer ahead where people are not going to embrace a, chain-wide ecosystem for various reasons, because their ecosystem benefits them exclusively, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, it's a uphill battle, but like it's good to see you guys doing it.
Yep. So I appreciate you being here, Doc. Mark, do you have somewhere you want to take the conversation, or should we just do numbers and go to what do you want to do?
No, I mean, I've been doing quite a few things. The wallet is almost ready. We've been doing a lot of testing behind the scenes.
I'd imagine, yeah.
The wallet swapping is working. I'm still having trouble with swapping outside of Solana, so that may come at a later time. But it's, I mean, all of the things that are really important are working. So really want to make sure that whatever release will be safe to use. And in terms of features, I've also added the ability to import passphrase. So if you have your wallet, you can import it and use it with Tibane, even if it will not benefit from the MCP and it will be less safe. It's still possible to use your existing keys.
Awesome. I like that. I think it's not. Would you provide like a notification on there or something when you do it?
Yeah, there will be a notification on it, and you will be able to import it into the MCP system too. But the thing is, because the key existed at some point outside of the MCP, it's considered to be unsafe.
Right. So that makes sense, and I think that is good for both your tech that you're building with the way that it stores keys in a decentralized way, but also that way we're not limited to having users that want to come in and be part of this ecosystem and just be part and spawn. So I think that's a win on both counts.
Yep. And for the wallet, I think that's about it. There's probably some other things that will come too, but right now the whole thing in Vegas has been taking a bit of my attention.
No, I'd imagine. Yeah, I'd imagine so.
I haven't played Magic in like 7 years, so I'm trying to get back the feel.
Bro's practicing his card skills. Can we take a look at Real Screener? Because last night we did hit a Real Screener all-time high for aggregate market cap. Can we look at that, and then we'll do Chief of the Week? Yeah, last night we topped a little over 800K aggregate market cap, which is an all-time high for us. This is realscreener.net. For those that don't know, if you open a free pool on Tibane.net, your pool automatically generates a Real Screener token page. And the only way to get a Real Screener token page is to open up a pool and start rewarding your holders. So it's the name was chosen quite intentionally. There's other screeners out there, other deck screeners maybe, and there's a lot of tokens in there, and you don't know what you're looking at. But here on Real Screener, every one of these tokens has a real community they're sharing fees and revenue with, and you can see their metrics, how much is staked up. Chief Pussy getting very close to 36% staked metrics. I think that's bullish, and we're getting very close to 200 users on platform stakers. That's pretty good. These are pretty good stats, Mark. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm really happy that things are moving this way. So more people use the staking protocols, the better it is, because it means it's actually useful. It works.
I'm sweating a lot less now than in the early days, Mark. Like those don't know me and George and Mark. We were just talking, and we're pitching ideas, and like I'm saying stuff, and I'm like I'm feeling pretty confident in it, but it doesn't exist yet, and nobody's using it yet. And Mark is building all this stuff. He's building all this stuff, and then I leave the chat or whatever, and I'm just like sweating. I'm like, oh my god, like. But then just hearing Doc talk about it, I know there's 100, 200, 300, 400 versions of me and Doc and George out there in the trenches who want this for their token, and all we have to do is show it to them. Would you agree with that, Doc?
No, 100%, man. Like it presenting, which it's not easy to do, but presenting that story and making it really easily digestible, and then also like emphasizing the security of it and safety of it. Like I think once you nail that down, it'll be super easy. And then I think, you know, more of us on here and then showing the distribution of rewards and stuff, like it just kind of markets itself. But
I agree. That first push is hard because Solana's a skittish ecosystem. Like nobody wants to be the first one out, which is why I love and I really appreciate all these tickers that are coming on in beta, because it takes to be first or, you know, early to something in Solana takes real bravery. It really does. And I give you credit for that. And I appreciate every single ticker that's on here. You got Spung, you got Wiener, Deep Nets, you know, Flash Screener, you've got Balls, Bubble Tea Cat, Hoppy Cat, you know, It's Over, We're Back. All these people that are coming on early. And if I don't name you, don't be upset. I think that hits almost everybody. It takes real bravery to be early to something. And even if you tell them all the things like, no, we don't take your fee control. No, we are not locked into this. You can get out of it whenever you want. It's not, if it's not for you, you set everything to 0 and you get out. You can say all that stuff, but it's Solana and everyone's like, yeah, okay, but where's the rub? Everyone in Solana is always waiting for the rub.
exactly.
So I give you much credit for that and much love for being early to come in and try it out. And like I said, I've said to some people I'm talking to in back channels about coming on, you know, if you don't like it, you can 0 it out and get out. We don't want your fees. What we want is your community to come use the platform, you to talk about the platform, which I gave you credit for that as well. You've done that in spades and we appreciate it. But like I said, once everyone gets in, they don't want to leave. Like I said, what's your experience? What's your experience with that been?
Yeah, I've got like several people people that I have worked with and kind of run things with for years that have never staked anything that are staking stuff. So
yeah,
I think there's a real signal there. Like I think in my tweet today, I basically said like, yeah, printer's cool, but this is they did this before. I probably made some people mad, but I think you're onto it, and I appreciate you like letting us ridiculous tiny spawn monkeys have a little bit of show on it.
No, man, I think it's only fair. Like I said, it takes real bravery to be early. You guys are working hard. You guys are cooking. It's a good meme. You're a great CTO lead or dev. I'm not sure if you deployed did you deploy yourself?
I did.
Yeah, see, it's great. I think it's, like I said, we talked to the last stream about how word of mouth is completely invaluable. So we appreciate it. And like I said, everyone that comes on in beta is going to get all these updates for free forever. So, you know, that's part of our way of saying thank you, but also having access to streams, you know, that's also part of it. And we're more than happy to have you or anyone else that's part of our community on these streams. So glad to have you. Yeah, I think, like I said, we hit an all-time high last night at 800K market cap. I think in the near future it'll be significantly higher than that, bringing close to 200 stakers. I look forward to the day when, you know, it's seven figures, maybe 8-figure aggregate market cap and 400 or 500 users, maybe 1,000. I think that day is not that far off. But like I said, I do sweat a lot less these days than I did when we were first building this thing, Mark. It feels good to have people use it, right? Mark might be away for a moment, but feels good to see. Like George, what do you think? It's good to see people using the platform. Kind of almost a couple hundred people on platform.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like I said before, I think the more and more people that see anyone staking memes on Painter or whatever the fuck it's called, they'll be more enticed.
George, you're the best, brother.
They'll be more than enticed to stake a meme here because they'll realize, like I said before, you can have customizable parameters and edit your pool fees however you want to, the time you're staking for and everything. You know what I mean? It's actually true staking with a weighted, you know, so theirs is a bit different. It's like a multiplier. It's like a lock multiplier.
Yeah, it's more like a lot. It's very similar to Streamlabs, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
and
Green
honestly,
flag, green flag.
when you mentioned like a market maker coming in and seeing what was locked, like that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Kind of like you do with Streamflow, but this is much easier. So I'm about to lock up a bunch of Spung here in a little bit.
Entice the market makers.
By the way, since I got you, if you can also look at the staking bot as well. I mean, you can think about that. We can talk in DMs about it. There's Spung. Look at that. Look how beautiful. Look what a beautiful
Professional,
page.
man. Look at that.
Isn't it nice? I'm thinking. We're still talking back with Mark. I'm thinking banner on the Tibane pool, and then just socials here. I think this is so clean the way it is. It doesn't necessarily need a banner, but some social links would be nice. What do you think?
That is the most professional I ever want my token to look.
Isn't it clean? Look how clean it looks. We were talking about this like it was supposed to be like a meme, like real screener, just to like riff on deck screener, like they're the fake screener now. And like I'm like Mark, I'm like you can tell me to just go away if you don't like the idea. But he's like no, he's like I just made a whole new site. I was like holy shit, bro! Like
I have been ranting against deck screener like probably every 3 Sundays on my crash ounce is against deck screener.
It's like I said, when you consider every token that's live in a CTO has paid $500 at least, because sometimes they multiple CTO,
and then you got to boost it, right?
And then you got to boost it. Don't forget the boost. You got to trend. We looked it up to get the gold ticker. It's $4,000 for one day. $4,000 for 24 hours.
I cannot imagine a more useless like way to just burn funds. Like you couldn't. I hate these.
Isn't that and then everyone's like why are you guys not getting? Where's the pitchforks and torches to go over there? What's going on? Like hello. But anyway, yeah. So we've identified a way that we can also help community with Real Screener. The only way you get on is by launching a pool like you have with Spung, and then we're going to add some things in over time as well to help build communities out with that and help you guys. The idea is that once that there are Tibane centric investors in a Tibane, siloed ecosystem, if that makes sense. They don't need to leave to come to find things to become part of, if that makes sense.
No, it makes sense, man. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Excellent work, Mark. It's very stylish. We like it a lot.
Thank you. I guess we can also talk about the stake bot because that was a reason actually I brought this up.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So it's right there actually on the strongholders list. You got the stake bot. It's continuing to. It's actually quite a few mature salt pending. But you will continue to go up and get more of the token.
Yep. So if you're going to lock stuff up, you could also, and I know you whatever you do, I'm not going to suggest to you, but I'll just give you the rundown on how this works. The stake bot, which Mark launched for you in the pool, if you've got extra supply, it functions the same as any other human staker in the pool, and it receives fees. But what it'll do is it'll compound its share of fees up to a maximum 3.5%, and then after that, it starts burning.
Actually, it's not going to be burning. We have a new process for that that's coming up.
Oh, I didn't. I was just going by the old process. So
yeah.
So we're sunsetting that.
Yeah, some people have been worried about the burn, and we have some discussions about that. And we do have something that will be better.
I think it'll be better.
So you can make sure to never sell any of those.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, burning is people love it. It is a waste of tokens. Like I have always been someone who like you get as many tokens as you possibly can, and you don't give them to anyone for any reason. But something that will lock them, like so that people feel confident, but maybe get some use of them. That would be probably better.
Yeah, we've heard that a little bit of feedback on that, so that's part of the next thing that we're cooking, and it's so. I'll stop saying burn. I'll stop saying
Yeah.
that.
I mean, that's why we are Tibane Labs. We do research, we investigate, we try things, and based on the feedback we get, we update and move things to go the best direction.
There are two major problems that this change will help address. They're like critical problems for meme tokens. So, but
Yep.
it's still
That's
very
the,
right,
the
Mark.
subject I will announce maybe next week or maybe the week after, because next week I
Yeah.
will be spending most of the week in Vegas.
Yeah, I think people will really like it, and it's still early, but it's something. Long story short, the stake bot will compound to 3.5%, and then it will not accumulate anymore. So your human stakers don't feel like they're getting edged out. And then there's going to be something really cool it does after that.
That's awesome, man. I like it.
Yeah. So I think that's. Can we go to the main staking pages so we can cover the trending tokens, and then we'll do Chief of the Week, and then we can close this thing out. So that's the greatest thing. The way Mark put this together is on the main page. Back one, please. Is that essentially Mark has offered free trending for pools on Tibane.net. Tibane's always going to be at the top. Chief Pussy's always going to be at the top. That's how it is. Deal with it. This is our house. Okay. But there's room for 4 more tokens. That's just measured by how much rewards they have in their pool. And that's essentially, when you come into Tibane.net/staking, right now we've got deep nets with 7 and change, Solana in their pool, 17 stakers, Wiener after that with very close to 7 Solana, 29 stakers. Spung Monkeys, never heard of them before. I don't know who's running that show. They're in 4th place with very, very close to 5 Sol and 9 stakers. And after them is Balls, the boys over there from the Jupe ecosystem, and with close to 2 Solana and 20 stakers. So this is a great way Mark built this, and I give you credit, Mark. I like that there's a little bit of a free trending right here on the main page. People can see the biggest pools, the top pools, and so yeah, that's who's on top this week. Any comments, Mark, or do you want to shift to the Chief of the Week?
No, I've been very busy on the wallet side, and as you know, the Vegas travel, which had traveling to the US as a Frenchman, you need to do some stuff like getting authorization to come in and stuff like that. There's a lot of things to address. So,
welcome. I will say early, welcome, travel safe, and welcome to the greatest country on earth, America.
And also, I'm going to go ahead and apologize for what you will experience in Las Vegas.
We're sorry.
That is not most of us. But.
Yeah, I will keep in mind that what happened in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Right. Except the Black Lotus, if you win it, they can take that one home.
But yeah, let's go to the.
So, for those that don't know, we've announced it several times. Participation is active but measured. It could be greater. Every week, Mark will send 100,000 stake Chief Pussy out to the meme of the week. It's the Chief of the Week. And you can do that because a little build besides everything else that Mark built is our meme vault at meme.tibane.net. We have some new entries this week. We have some front.
7 new entries.
Yeah, I think Seba is trying to stack the box, but that's okay. So let me load it up on my side. What's sticking out to you early there, Mark?
Go
ahead.
I'm going to go quickly over the big Pussy alert because I've seen it quite a few times.
First of all, that's my art. That's my beautiful artwork. And I made them. So one of the things I like to do, I like to flavor. I call it flavoring the meme and flavoring the community. Since we opened a Telegram, that is now the alert image that comes up when someone purchased over $500 of Chief Pussy. It's a big pussy alert.
It's amazing.
And of course, it is our magnificent, handsome mascot, Tibane. He's quite wide. Tibane in wide mode, with the cosmos behind him, the token, and just magnificent. It's truly art distilled into a single image.
You could probably add laser eyes in there too.
Oh shit, that's a good idea, bro. Okay, I'll have to I'll fix the bot. How novice of me to forget the laser eyes. What am I doing, bro? That's good. I like that.
We can't all be spung monkeys, man.
We can't. I mean, I'm talking to a maestro right now. I am but a humble novice. So, but yeah, that's mine. We got the spung monkey. Go ahead.
It took a little bit of time, longer than I wanted to, but I think we can use this in the future, like this.
Can you bring that as a business card to the Bitcoin? Play that as your like special card for the
big pussy alert. Bah, 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 bah. That's like I said. I appreciate the soul of a pure meme, and Tibane's a proto meme, bro. It's from way back. It is also that pure soul. Okay. I feel the big pussy alert channels it quite well. So, George, what stands out? Oh, go ahead, Mark. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, it's always good to see those updates.
Yeah. It's the thing. It's the little things that keeps community together and feeling good.
Yeah.
There's the spung monkeys.
Okay. Did anything happen on December 12th, 2003?
Yeah, what's the date? What's the date significance there, Doc? Do you know?
Which one? Where?
In the VHS video that clearly recorded this event.
That was I don't know if that's 2003 is when I think that's when they went from beta to like Quiznos.
Okay.
So I don't know if that date specifically has something. I'd have to ask Jimmy.
Jimmy is the crafter of this magnificent piece of artwork. Oh no, did you make this one?
I know this is Jimmy. Jimmy is like he is incredible, and he's also the lead clipper for Pump. Like he does all their like streaming stuff.
Oh really?
So he's like super busy with that, and then he just like sends me these in batches at night, and I'm like, so good.
I'm gonna be honest. I may have spoiled it a bit by the background graphic, which is one of my jobs. That's one of my things I do besides run my mouth a lot. This is my vote. I vote for this one. I like this one a lot when it came through.
Okay.
But I will say Seba makes incredible like overview graphics.
Yeah.
Like this is good.
I think if I ever need to do a presentation or something at the Vegas Foundation, I need to bring like the.
Yeah, you got a contact. He's in the Telegram.
So we've got this one. Tibane will save the trenches. That's the mission.
It's nice.
Got this one.
Oh, that one's really good because that was the one I made off of the Pump post. So he used that one that I did. Let me see if I can find that. But I do like that. It's the LeBron layup meme. I had Tibane giving the layup to Pump, which it is. Like I said, pretty much if at any time Pump feels threatened by Printer, they can just integrate Tibane and we'll win. It's very easy, very simple. So I do like that. Oh yeah, he even posted that. He's got the text there that I wrote. Oh okay.
Yes.
Oh damn, that's pretty nice.
This is a good graphic, man.
And
a
this
good
is a
graphic.
nice. The ball's in your court.
Yeah, that's my tweet. That's my X post. He put it in there. Oh, that's nice. Oh man, that's a tough vote. I do like that a lot.
The only thing it's missing is a picture of Tibane's balls, but
But see,
that's maybe more Spung Monkey.
Yeah, he's dunking the pill even. Oh, that's good.
This one is better than ours.
So we also got this.
Yeah. Seba's a beast, man. He's definitely trying to stack the box right now. That's clean.
With some real screener.
Mhm. This guy is good.
And we've got the lighter version.
Yeah, this is like a magazine cover.
Yeah.
Look at that.
With the Tibane Labs logo.
Yeah. I kind of like that logo. It's not bad. This is pretty good. I definitely like. I can't. I don't know. I don't know. I guess we can't have a tie. So we got 4 people here. We get you. Would you like to vote, Doc?
I vote for the balls in your court one.
Really? Oh, really?
That's a good. Like
it is good.
It's good, and Alan, like you should spam that to him.
That is pretty good. But see, here's the thing. I'm pretty sure this is Seba, and he's won 3 weeks in a row already. But at the same time, I don't want him to stop making memes because he didn't win.
Yeah,
support your artist, man.
Yeah, if he made like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 memes, that's quite a.
His are like stat books, so I don't know. I like the LeBron James D Wade alley oop one.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Good.
All right.
That looks like it's like out of Sports Illustrated.
It's pretty freaking good.
It's so good.
All right, so this is how we'll do it. I vote for this one too, but we did feature the Spung Monkeys as the background this week. Is that a fair compromise?
I'll accept that. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. And that maybe become a theme. Also because I'm lazy and just having a new graphic every week. I can't make a Vanatos every week, you know? A Vanos with the Tibane Infinity Gauntlet. I vote for this one.
Okay, and to be quite honest, I think this one is pretty good.
I think so too. Also, again, I don't like to vote for me, but appreciating me is one of my most favorite things to do. It doesn't have my name's post in it. The Spung Monkeys are good, though. They are good.
So and fun. I can even just remove the screen share and it's 1 second, still around.
Yeah, there it is. So, they're the featured artwork of the week. It's masterful.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
Doc,
once they're there, they don't go. They don't.
Right. You can't get rid of them. There's no way to do it. Doc, it's been a pleasure to have you here today. Thank you for coming out. All the best to you and the Spun Gang. Thank you for being on Tibane, being an early user. We appreciate you, and great to have you here today.
Appreciate it, man. You guys are doing great things for the space, so appreciate it, man.
Appreciate that. George, any final thoughts?
No, man. Thanks for kind of piggybacking. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for trusting us and putting your phone on Tibane Labs. Appreciate it, dude.
Mark, anything to finish out with today, or all good?
Maybe one thing is, I don't know if they sell that in Vegas, but I think I want to eat a sub.
Oh, are you going to get a sub? What's the best sub that's out there still now, George? Not Quiznos.
To be honest, the only places I really
No, the Quiznos thing really, like the ad got me to want to get.
Oh, you Jones. Yeah, unfortunately, unless you actually keep traveling back like 12 years, you can't get one of them. But
biz.
Yeah, there's only like 120 of them still left. They're still there because if we ever get big enough, I'm gonna put in for a to open a Quiznos. But yeah,
become a brand ambassador. Yeah, because I mean, if there was one of these in Vegas, I would go there definitely at least once.
there may be a Quiznos in Vegas. I don't. Hang
I'm
on.
gonna look it up.
There may be there. It says it's closed. Let's see the hours. It's closed 11 a.m. to 5. Why does it say closed though? It should be open. Let's see. What's the latest review? There's theoretically there's one on Ranchero Drive in Las Vegas, Nevada. Theoretically, there may be a Quiznos there.
Please do not get kidnapped trying to We just talked about this, guys.
Mark, is that no? The incredible news. Mark Carpelay's $5 wrench attack at the Quiznos parking lot in Vegas because of Doc and the Spunk Monkeys. Made him really want a sub that was popular 12 years ago.
And by the way, to respond to the comments, the code will be up soon. As I said, we've been doing a lot of testing. I'm quite happy with how things are right now. So if things are good, I will just push it. And then it will be up to the IPP store review codes.
Awesome.
Which can be a few days. It depends. Oh, and by the way, shout out to FY.
Yeah, on YouTube. I saw that and I meant to mention it and I didn't see it. A YouTube comment.
Yeah, a friend of mine actually who joined right on the Quiznos ad and was like, what the fuck am I waiting?
Got him.
That's the best part. This is the part that I love, Mark, because of who you are and what most people think you're associated with. And now you're down here in the trenches with those animals. I think there's quite a few people. We talked about this earlier about a bunch of people probably didn't even think this thing is real. I think there's still some turnover on that. People just figuring out like what Tibane Labs is, what Chief Pussy is, and all this stuff, and like that. Yeah, this is real, and we're supporting, Solana tokens, the thing that like most serious investors think are like, you don't touch that stuff, and we're out here like trying to put them all together, and you can come find them easy.
with Chief Pussy token.
with Chief Pussy token being the protocol token, It's incredible. I'll try to figure out what the best sub is in America for you, Mark. We'll try to do that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't need anything as that quiz. Sorry, Quiznos?
Quiznos, yeah, Quiznos. It may be there. There's one on Ranchero Drive, theoretically, but it was updated this month, so I don't know. It might be there, but it's closed. It's supposed to be open right now, but it's closed, so who knows? But yeah, enjoy your stay. We apologize in advance. Jersey Mike's. That would be the one I would suggest. Jersey Mike's, I think, is the most comparable to Quiznos. They probably have one of those in Vegas. Again, we apologize for everything you're about to witness when you come to Vegas, and I do apologize for the food. It's not going to be you're used to eating real food, but enjoy your stay. Best of travels to you, friend, and glad you're coming to where we are, and hope you have a lot of fun.
Yeah, thank you, and I will enjoy. I guess we're good.
Yeah, I think so. Good stream.
Right.
Good update,
Thanks,
everybody.
guys.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm just going to set the outro video.
Right, yeah, the outro. This is a masterpiece. If you've not seen this yet, Doc, made it by Draz, friend of ours.
Okay, see you. In a few days because I'll be streaming again from Vegas.
Yep, sounds great.
Have a good day, and thank you everyone for joining the stream.